Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the Triple T YouTube channel here. We are live, waiting for the sunrise. We've had some thunder already this morning. No big heavy rains, but a lot of thunder has just passed over. But it looks like the skies are kind of clearing up to the east, so we might get a decent shot of a pretty cool sunrise. But I appreciate you joining the live stream. Come here. Say good morning, huh? Say good morning. Say hello, everybody. Say I'm a rescue dog. My name is Brownie, and I'm a Ridgeback breed. Very common here in Thailand. They rescued me from Nong Ram Beach over in Sattahip. And I'm really smart, but I'm still a puppy, so I'm chewing on everything, including trash. Okay, cool. Jake, come on. Jake, come on. Good boy. Come on, Jake. Jake. Oh, good boy. Jake, say hello. And my name's Jake, and I'm the big baby Labrador. I'm the big baby Labrador. And I'm not a rescue dog because I was born in a house and I've been spoiled ever since. Blackie, come here. Hey, my name is Blackie. Okay. My name is Blackie, and I'm a rescue dog from Nong Bua Lampu in Isan. Hey, I used to be a soy dog, and my daddy rescued me. And then I had puppies, and Jake is my son. And I really don't like Brownie too much. All right, so now that you guys met the dogs, the queen of the castle is still sleeping. She'll be up here shortly, my wife. I had puppies, and Jake is my son. Turn that down. And I really don't like Brownie too much. Hey, good. Hey, good morning, Kevin. Hey, thanks for coming back in, Kevin. Appreciate it. Kevin's new to the channel. Appreciate it. David R., good morning. Stephen Wilner, good morning. Shira Khan, any tourism update? Shira, they still do have several plans to get tourists back into Thailand. They're happening in different regions. There's one for Phuket Island, which you might be aware of. Phuket Island is on the Indian Ocean side over there at the Andaman Sea, and they call that one the Sandbox program. So the idea was the Thai government was going to really ramp up the jab, right? The jab, let's just say it that way, because there's certain words that YouTube really doesn't want you to use, but you know what I mean. Get everybody the jab over there in the hospitality industry, because Phuket is a major tourist destination, one of the biggest island in Thailand. So that program is, as far as I know, is still on go with the latest news. So they're scheduled to start taking tourists, I believe it was June or July. I don't really try to cover the Thailand news in detail here. I try to refer people to other actual licensed media sources here in Thailand, but I do know that that was one of the programs. And even with the current situation in Thailand, where we're kind of having a rapid increase in daily numbers, those plans, as far as I know, are still on go. And then I watched news yesterday, and they were talking about they also have a plan to get tourists into Hua Hin. Hua Hin is a golf beach resort town about 3 hours outside of Bangkok, over there on the western seaboard of the Gulf of Thailand, which, as a crow flies, is that way across the Gulf of Thailand. So I'm on the eastern seaboard here in Rayong, but I forget the name of the tourist promotion program in Hua Hin. They have another name for it as well. But so they are, you know, the Thailand Authority on Tourism, the TAT, You know, they're the ones that do all kinds of promotional videos for international tourists, you know, that you've seen in the past that really draw people to come visit Thailand. So they're an organization, that's their sole responsibility, right? Thailand Authority on Tourism. So they're heavily engaged in these programs currently too. But you know, I think obviously the major focus right now is health precautions for those that are currently in Thailand. Not only Thai people, but there's a lot of long stay expats from all over the world here. So obviously, because of this current situation, that is the major focus. But I don't think the TAT is going to keep its eye off the ball or anything. I mean, again, that's an organization that's all they do is focus on tourism. And they've also had several domestic tourism promotions and stuff where Thai people could get discounts on 5-star hotels and stuff like that. But like I said, because of the current situation, and I did look at the numbers yesterday from the CCSA, so there was again another daily count of over 2,000 positive test cases. So this is a pretty large numbers for Thailand, going all the way back to March of 2020. The current situation we're in is rapidly developing. So you know, I know that the national government has issued orders and guidelines that all provinces must follow, but additionally the national government gives autonomy and authority to the governors of each province. There's 77 provinces here in Thailand, so each governor can add additional restrictions at any time. They don't need to get authorization from the national government. They already have that ability. So each governor is going to look at their own province and what's going on and do all they can as far as health precautions. I know that all these government leaders have very difficult decisions to make, and none of them, trust me, none of them are in favor of shutting down businesses because they know the economic impacts that have already occurred. But at the same time, you know, they have to put the priority on containment as much as possible. So I would just follow things like the Pattaya News is a really good outlet. They have both English and Thai. You've got the Tiger, THAIGER, tiger.com. They're really good, both English and Thai. Of course, the Bangkok Post. You know, there's several outlets, but the number one thing that you can always rely on, the CCSA, okay? And that acronym is basically has to do with the C word, right? All about containment and precautions. And they have daily briefings at the CCSA, and they're the ones that advise the various government leaders of the current statistics, right? Whether it be hospitalizations, field hospitals, bed numbers, new positive cases. Unfortunately, we had 15 new deaths in Thailand yesterday related to this problem. So I would recommend that. I don't have the link right now, but I will put it in the description box of this video after it's uploaded on the channel. You can just follow that link if you want to hear directly from the CCSA. The same briefing that they give in Thai, they also give that briefing. It may be somewhat summarized, but they give the briefing daily in English. So this is your best source. This is what all the other media outlets are going to use to get their data, their numbers, right? Because they know everything CCSA is putting out is current and accurate, right? So you can actually follow those daily briefings if you have plans on entering Thailand and are wondering about what changes may occur with ASQ and ALQ programs for the current entry into Thailand. I would just encourage you to follow the CCSA. And again, daily briefings in English. And they put out the numbers from yesterday, like I say, and there's quite a few people in critical care condition currently as well. So, you know, rather than me try to give you, you know, my opinion, or it's not a matter of whether we agree or disagree on what precautions and restrictions are going to happen, are happening, will continue to happen. You know, to me, I don't ever want to be opinionated about the Thailand news here. I would just refer you to, you know, sources that you can rely on. I really like the Pattaya news. Again, they have Thai reporters on the ground in Pattaya. That's real close to me here. It's just a province just to the north here of where I'm at. So I'm about 25 minutes outside of Pattaya City. So that's a pretty good English local news that I can follow. And, you know, like I say, they have the English platform of the news, but they also have extensive reporting in Thai with Thai journalists on the ground. So there's a lot of good sources out there. And I'm sorry that I can't, you know, be precise in answering people's questions, but I just don't think it's you know, that I'm in a position to do that. I just try to refer people to sources that I know they can rely on. So that's kind of what I would do there. Hey, Hillbilly, good morning. Jeff Johnson. Hey, thanks for coming in. Peter Mexico. Hola, señor. Mi amigo. Okay, Shitter Khan. I understand. Yeah. Sorry, I can't give you any better answer, but you can follow the TAT as well, the Thailand Authority on Tourism. That's their job, right? But like I say, unfortunately, I think, hey, the priority right now is local health precautions, local containment, right? Not that they're, you know, canceling plans they had for promoting tourists to be able to enter Thailand. You know, there was different restrictions based on, you know, where you're coming from, have you had both jabs, that kind of thing, right? The number of days that you may have to quarantine before you'd be able to allowed out and go about your merry way here in Thailand. Really, as of about 2 weeks ago, things have really changed here in Thailand. Thailand's going through something right now that they never went through before, I would say, in the previous 18 months, you know, going back to March of 2020, or however many months it's been, you know, whatever. But you can go look at the history of all the numbers and the case counts and the unfortunate loss of life in Thailand. You can go look at the history of all that, and then look at the past few weeks since about April 3rd, when we've had this current, I guess they consider it like a cluster. So there's an original occurrence of a cluster, and then it was just really unfortunate timing right before the Thai New Year, which is the biggest holiday in Thailand, called Songkran, which, you know, it's like Christmas and New Year and Thanksgiving all wrapped into one. It's all about family. So the population of Bangkok is around 12 million, I think, in the greater metropolitan area. So that's a lot of people, right? It's a big city. And a lot of those people do not call Bangkok their home. They're there for professional reasons, careers, all that kind of stuff, right? It's the major international city. It's you know, the capital. And so when you get a big holiday, like a 1 week off, right? Pretty much all Thai people take a full week off during Songkran. So when that happens, all Thai people and non-Thais alike have big plans on travel. So they go home and they spend a lot of time with family that they may not, you know, get to see but once a year, right? So this is a major holiday. So that was about mid-April, you know, about the 13th, 14th, and 15th, I think, are the actual calendar holidays. But again, most people take off that whole week, so they begin traveling the weekend prior, right? So they get a full 7 days, and they go visit numerous temples. A lot of people have a quest to visit 12 different temples during the Songkran period, and that goes back, you know, 1,000 years here in Thailand. So that was just the timing of the new cluster was right before that major holiday. So really, the government, you know, couldn't do a whole lot about restricting travel, and there was even comments made about, you know, we'll have to deal with whatever we have, we'll have to deal with it after the Songkran period, when people are back home, or back to their work, traveled back to wherever they live. So even people that live, let's say, up in Chiang Mai, beautiful city in the north of Thailand, maybe they have family clear down in the south, right, down around Krabi or something. So there's literally families that travel from Chiang Mai to Krabi just because that's their original home, right? That's where the grandparents live or what have you, right? So that's Songkran in a nutshell. It's huge gatherings of families, a traditional long holiday period, right? So anyway, that's kind of the timing, and I think that's why when I say Thailand is going through something that I don't believe previously, going all the way back to February and March of 2020, that we faced here as far as the numbers. And there's some lightning. We still have storms over here to the west, and they normally move west and north, so normally our storms come from the east or southeast offshore here. But we still do have, yeah, there's another little lightning. But anyway, that's basically all I can give you as far as current information. And again, you can YouTube search CCSA in Thailand, right? CCSA is the acronym, and they have daily briefings in English now, so you're getting it straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak, right? You don't have to most of the other media outlets, they wait until after that daily briefing before they upload their clips to YouTube. Most all of the licensed corporation media here in Thailand also have YouTube channels, right? So in addition to going to their websites and reading multiple detailed articles in English, you can catch up with the current stuff on their YouTube channels as well, like Pattaya News and The Tiger and Fabulous Pattaya, and there's so many, right? But these are licensed media groups here in Thailand. So, but again, most of them, I think, wait until after the daily CCSA briefing before they, put out a video on the current status of things in relation to the health situation. Guys, I'm having a cup of coffee, so turn the camera around here a little bit. So anyway, I think that's pretty much the best I can do to give anybody advice. I did have a new subscriber ask me last night on a vlog, and I didn't get to it till this morning, but said, under the current situation, would you recommend entry into Thailand? And man, that's a tough question, because I've always recommended entry into Thailand. It's an amazing country to live in, right? So I've always felt like I give people an honest, raw look at my lifestyle and how good Thailand's been to me. I've been here, it'll be 6 full years this October that I've lived in Thailand, and I've only vacationed home to the United States, right? So in any other circumstances, I would say yes. And I mean, I know as recently as a month ago, I interviewed a gentleman just spontaneously on Beach Road in Pattaya. He's got a YouTube channel as well. His name is Rusty Lid, and he's from Maricopa County, Phoenix, Arizona. And he had just arrived in Pattaya, and he had just gotten out of the ALQ. Now that's alternative local quarantine. So basically any quarantine that you go through when you enter Thailand that is not in Bangkok is like an ALQ, where all the ones in Bangkok are ASQ, alternative state quarantine, right? But anyway, he had just gotten out, and it was a great interview, and he was so grateful that Thailand allowed him to enter, especially coming from Maricopa County. It was a pretty good hot spot in the States for the health situation. So anyway, I put out the video of him, and so that was just a short month ago that I was saying, yeah, people want to come to Thailand, they'll pay the money, they'll do the 14 days, they'll do whatever they got to do to get here. And Rusty was a great example, because he was out of ALQ, he had all this freedom, right? At that time, the case numbers were very, very low in Thailand, so there was very minimal restrictions at anywhere, right? So, but things have really, really changed. So I don't remember the brand new subscriber's name that asked that question, but I have to be honest. If I was talking to one of my family members or a good friend in the United States and they had already planned or were planning on entering Thailand through an ASQ or ALQ program, I would say now is not the time, you know, just because, you know, if you get a positive test, right, before you can get out of a quarantine program after you've entered, you have to be tested multiple times, right? So if you get a positive test or an inconclusive test, you can't remain in ASQ currently. Even if you're in ASQ, but you test positive, unless it's actually designated as what they call like a hospital, like a hotel that's been converted into a hospital type quarantine center, right? Then you're not going to be allowed to stay there. So that's pretty risky, right? I would, you know, things have just really changed. So just to give my honest opinion, I would say no, you know, and look, that's difficult for me to say because I love this country and I know a lot of other people will have great experience here, great place to retire. I'm not retired, but either way, regardless of your age or your purpose for coming, if you're looking for a second home in a tropical country, I mean, Thailand's just amazing. But under this current situation, when you realize that you are vulnerable, you know, your plans could be changed in an instant. So you think, okay, I'm going to come to Thailand. I've got 14 days at such and such location, right? Even if I happen to get a positive test, I would remain in my ASQ, and then if I pass the next test, right, you know, the standard process of getting out of the ASQ ALQ program. Well, that's just not the case right now, right? So, and again, I don't want to give numbers and everything. I'd ask you to go to the CCSA. They give you numbers as far as current beds that are available in hospitals in Bangkok and field hospitals. So they really give the numbers daily. So I would just advise you to go there and then ask yourself, is it worth taking the risk? Now, if you're coming here and you've got family connection here or you're working here and you're going to live here long term, right? You're not just coming for tourism or something like that. If you're actually, you know, then you'd probably be willing to take that risk, right? Because you already had plans of living here, or maybe you lived here before. I've got a good friend right now from the UK. He's got a Thai wife and a Thai daughter, right? They lived in Thailand for many years. They've been in UK for the last, I don't know, several years. And they just entered Thailand under the ASQ in Bangkok in a beautiful hotel room with a nice big garden about the size of this deck with a jacuzzi. I mean, really paid the big money for a nice ASQ facility. Well, what happened was my friend, the Englishman, had an inconclusive test, right? So they removed him from his ASQ, his beautiful ASQ hotel, separated him from his family, and put him in the hospital because that's required. If you have anything but a definitive negative test, that's required. So there you go. He's in an ASQ. He can't be exposed to anyone in the community, right? He only can be exposed to his wife and daughter who he came with on the plane. He still had no choice in the matter, right? Because of the test, boom, there you go. So you just have to ask yourself, you know, would I want to take that risk? That, you know, and it's still to this day, he has no symptoms or anything, and he's still scheduled to get out of the hospital at the same time that his daughter and wife get out of the ASQ. So they're still planning on reuniting, and then they have property right here in Chang, Rayong. So this is where they're headed, right? So that's all still on go, but you know, I mean, he had to go to the hospital with no symptoms and he's, I believe, around 60, right? So he's up there, right? But so that's just an example. That's a first-hand example of something that just currently happened. So you would have to ask yourself, I mean, you can't get out of quarantine without, I believe it's 3 tests, right? 3 tests, you know, you arrive, you get the test, you get into quarantine, you get another one, then before you're released, you get another one, right? So if any one of those was inconclusive or anything but a definitive negative, then you're subject to the current law in Thailand, which is you're not allowed to self-isolate. You're not allowed to quarantine on your own, right? If you get a positive test, you go where they say you go, right? Which, I mean, they're just trying to do everything they can to protect everyone, right? So it is what it is, right? As my friend James Chocolate Man in Thailand always refers to, it just is what it is. It's not a matter of whether we agree or disagree. It's just the people that are in charge and the health ministry and stuff, they're doing all they can, guys. So situation has dramatically changed in the last few weeks. So if any of you that are new to the channel, really appreciate you watching. I just always want to be honest, and even though I love this country, and if you watch any of my older videos, I think it'll be apparent to you, I have a lot of respect for Thai people and their culture, and I'm always, trying to promote Thailand realistically. I'm not, trying to candy coat everything. I'm just showing you my experience, right? But at this present moment, if any of you in the chat are considering or thinking about sending me that question, would you enter Thailand right now? If I was in the United States or wherever, my home country, would I enter Thailand right now? Well, I would if it was like a permanent move for me, right? I was becoming a resident, I'd lived here before, but I would not risk it to come in for, with a tourist visa or something like that. I mean, I would wait. And that's what I would recommend to my friends and family back home if they had plans on entry at this current time. Now, hopefully, things will dramatically change and go downhill very soon, and then we'll kind of be back to where we was before April of this year. But this is turning out to be quite a historic month in Thailand for the situation. So anyway, let me turn it around that way, and thank you for watching. And I've got an update for you on the channel too as well. Let me see if I'm still trying to get a decent view of the sunrise here. It's pretty clear off to the east, and you can see we overlook a little lake here on the right, which is kind of a nice view, and then the ocean is straight to your right here. Straight that way is the ocean itself. About, as a crow flies, maybe 3-4 kilometers, not far. So we get a lot of ocean breeze here. With the storms this morning, the air is completely calm right now at the moment. Hey, got 22 people in the house. Thank you for joining. Having some morning coffee. Let me catch up with you guys. James C. Shannon, good morning, sir. Things are going good, sir. We're just pretty much staying at home for the most part. At the open mic bar and lunch restaurant, which is all it is at the moment, is doing okay. It's doing okay. So we're still open Tuesday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So things are carrying on as normal as possible, while at the same time heeding the advice of government, taking all necessary precautions. Hillbilly, my friend, thank you for coming in. Hillbilly's another great guy. He's in Florida. He's got a YouTube channel. He just started not too long ago, and yeah, he's a fellow cruiser. So if you're into motorcycles and cool people, check out Hillbilly's channel. Jeff Johnson, hello. Editing, finally. Okay, yeah, editing's not my funnest part either, Hillbilly. Jeff Johnson, I'm good. Can't wait to see the video. Right on. Takes forever to export. Yeah, exporting videos and uploading is longer. Chris S, thank you. Hello, hello. Peter Mexico, hi Jeff, everyone. Practice my English. Sorry, not too good. De nada, Peter. Oh, my Spanish is not too good either. I used to have pretty decent vocabulary, Peter, and I haven't used it in so long. I went to Colombia, South America for a couple of months when I first got diagnosed with this autoimmune disorder. Trying to rehabilitate myself in the tropics during the winter of the Midwest. So I really had pretty good communication skills, and I studied a lot before I went. I could get by on my own pretty good, talking to cab drivers and all that, but English or language in general is like muscles, if you don't use them, you lose them. I haven't used my Spanish, so I've forgot more than I remember. 16 thumbs up. Thank you, James. Inshallah. Born in Boston, Jeff. Let's go. Thumbs up. Hello. Thank you. There's the Tiger News. Thank you for that, Jeff. Guys, that's a good source right there. And most media you know, like say the licensed media, just my opinion, guys, I wouldn't get your media from a YouTuber. I mean, I know some are out there actually covering news and doing news segments on their YouTube channels, but me, I would go, you know, with an actual licensed media corporation. I mean, that, you know, I just think it's risky for a YouTuber to start broadcasting news here in Thailand without a license, but that's just me, right? But that's Tiger's good, yeah. And like I say, the CCSA daily briefings in English, can't beat it. Chris says it's actually a good thing if they are getting all these cases tested and quarantined. Yeah, Chris, exactly right, man. Thailand's been very, very smart, you know, and Thai people are very resilient, but we are experiencing something currently that we haven't experienced before. That's just, I mean, I've been here for the entire situation, right? And I can tell you firsthand, things are very, very different right now than they were. Dave Udon, you got to love Thailand. They sort things out overnight, not like the UK shut down the borders after a year. Calms down. Yeah, thank you, Dave. We all hope it calms down too, man. All we can do is hope for a big bend in the curve, right? And going back the other way. It's all we can do. Stay positive. Gracias, Senor Hillbilly. Hello, Chris. How are you, Peter? Okay, Jeff. All right. Good morning, guys. AZ in the house. Good vibes. Good vibes. In my city, we are seeing about 30 cases a day. What city's that, Chris? Oh, Virginia Beach is still around 100 cases a day. Okay. Well, Thailand is basically roughly the size of Texas, right? Not a small country, right? Nobody ever claimed Texas as a small state, right? It's so pretty good landmass, and I believe the population is right near 70 million. Is the population of Thailand, maybe 67 to 70, somewhere in that range. So yeah, currently over 2,000 new cases daily, I believe, for the last 6, 7, 8 days, something like that, guys. Again, you've got the news sources if you want to see the actual daily numbers and the graphs and comparison to the history of it here, right? It's great. Now, what's wonderful about the internet, I was researching India yesterday and looking at all the graphs at India, and wow, India was at about 171 fatalities per day in, say, mid-March, a month ago, roughly. And you can go look at this too, right? You look at the charts, the timelines of, we're talking fatalities here. Currently, as of yesterday, they were at 2,700 something daily. So they went from 171 a day a month ago to 2,700 a day currently, right? That's pretty concerning, guys. Let's pray for all the great India people. Johnny, good morning. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. Florida is so flat. Yeah, man, Florida's done such a great job. I was talking to Hillbilly just the other day, and man, they've done a great job. Florida's pretty open. Some hills in the middle of Florida. Yeah, it's just beautiful scenery all the way around. I mean, I love it. I've spent a lot of time in Clearwater and the Panhandle. Been to the Panhandle a lot, Pensacola, Destin Beach, all that stuff. I just love Florida. Florida's awesome. But they've done a really, really good job. Peter D, good morning. Thank you. I cannot wait to be back in Thailand. Kevin, Thailand can't wait to have you back. Space shuttle launch in 2000. That's been a few days. Hey, thanks, Jeff Johnson. Guys, there's that CCSA, man. If you don't follow anything else, if you just watch the daily briefings in English from the CCSA, if you don't want to watch any opinion stuff, you don't want to, and you want to be sure you're getting accurate numbers from Thailand government sources, there you go. Right there, CCSA. You can't beat it, guys, because there is a lot of speculation and stuff, and people have to be careful when they're discussing Thailand news. You don't want to put out any incorrect information when it comes to this current situation. That would be a major mistake to do something like that. And that's why you can see I'm very careful. I try to avoid it and just give people the resources that I use. have another launch at midnight. Sweet. Can see them from my driveway. That's so cool, man. CJ in the house. Good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Can't wait to see you again, buddy. All being expat. Exactly right. A lot of people dream of it, right, Kevin? That's why a lot of us say we're living the dream here in Thailand, because, you know, moving away to a faraway tropical place is, you know, kind of a dream of a lot of people that live in northern hemispheres. You know, America, Canada, Russia, Europe, England, right? Oh, Scandinavia, all over the world, people have that desire when they have the means and they've finished raising their families or finished their careers and have the ability to actually replant themselves somewhere and have a second home. Not that they give up all ties to their homeland, you know, but seriously, an expat, right? An immigrant to another country. And I think Thailand is still the jewel of all Southeast Asia. I just would be cautious about current entry. I mean, we can't ignore the elephant in the room currently. That's all there is to it. Richard Travel, stuck watching what turned out being a very disappointing YouTube video, and no, it was not one of my videos. Well, Richard Travel, that's the way it is, man. When you're in the podcast business and your job is to, well, your voluntary position is to interview other great YouTube channel creators, you do have to sit and watch their stuff, right? So a lot of times you're watching stuff just to do your research and have people on the awesome Saturday live show. Guys, check out Richard Travel, great channel. Hillbilly, hello, CJ, hello, Richard. Any hoops, Thailand, worth it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. And like I say, a few weeks ago, anybody sent me the question that I got from a new subscriber last night, my instant response would have been, oh yeah, you know, do whatever you got to do, pay the money, get your ASQ set up, get your certificate of entry, get your visa, and come to Thailand, right? Absolutely. I can't say that now and not be honest with people and say, hey, it's risky. It's risky, you know. Right now, it's very risky. Just because if you get a positive or inconclusive test, you have no choice in the matter of where you're going, okay? And I'm not criticizing that. That's just the situation, right? Rightfully so. HNT, hello, 3T. Hey, guys, there's a new handle in the house. CJ. Carrier pigeons. Yeah, we can always use carrier pigeons, Richard. Hello from Ohio. Hey, thanks for dropping your viewing location. Appreciate that. Cheers to Ohio. I really want to see the measures that the Thai government put in place, like contract tracing restrictions. Yeah, they've done such a phenomenal job all through this situation, Chris. But I mean, it's just like I say, go watch CCSA's latest daily briefing from yesterday. Watch it twice if you need to, and you kind of get a handle on what they're dealing with right now. So I mean, they already had great measures in place, but yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's what they're dealing with. So we got to have a lot of grace, right? Got to give them a lot of grace, man. CJ, Instagram. Oh yeah, don't forget Instagram, Richard. Born in Japan, waiting till 2022. That sounds like it's going to be an awesome year, right? Dave Udon, love to watch and listen to you on the only YouTube channels that tells the truth and the way it is. They say, oh, thank you very much, Dave. I don't know about that. There's a lot of great YouTubers out there, but I appreciate the compliment. Look, I have my style, and I don't think it's going to change, you know. And you know, trust me, I get my share of criticism that I over glamorized living in Thailand and I'm not showing the real Thailand. Look, you know, the people that follow this channel know, I mean, I just sharing my experience, you know. Do I love this country? Yes. Do I love the people? Yes. Do I love my life here? Yes. Right? Are there things I don't like? Of course there are, right? But I just try to keep my social media, all forms of social media, positive. But it doesn't mean in any way that I would ever mislead anyone, right? You ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth, right? Privately, right? Now, here on the channel, I try not to discuss, you know, too many things, you know. We just try to keep it positive. There's always a bright side, right? Thank you, though, Dave. We'll search for there, CJ. Oh, okay, yeah, your Speedos. Okay, yeah. So you guys be sure and look for the Instagram link on Richard Travel. That's going to be interesting. Maybe dance moves in the Speedo. Checked out your weather. Triple T looks like Rayong clears up till about 2200. All right. Yeah. Boy, it's muggy and hot for sure. Andy Stubbs, good morning. Sue Rowan, good morning. Sue's in the house from Australia. You guys be nice, because she don't put up with any junk. CJ, if I was a better man, I'd say you got some dance moves. Dance video, question mark. I've seen him dance, Richard, and you are correct. But whether or not he wants to share that with anybody publicly, right? But he danced for me. Well, technically, he didn't dance for me. He danced for Triple D. Yeah, you know, his dog from the open mic, Triple D, Dan the dog, now is the newest CJ, same but different fan. Yeah, he was dancing out there with Triple D. I saw it. Got to love Thailand. Good morning, Dave. Upload tonight. Okay, Hillbilly. Thanks. Anybody share Hillbilly's channel link? Brand new YouTuber guy. This is an American vet. Served overseas quite a bit. Just a great guy. I've had the opportunity to talk to him one-on-one, and great guy, man. So let's show him some love on the YouTube channel. Appreciate it, Hillbilly. AZ's got a channel as well. Got the Love's got a channel. CJ, same but different. Richard Travel, of course. So anybody watching this live stream or happen to watch the playback, please check out these awesome channels, because they're really good. A lot of diversity and different nationalities and different backgrounds that have a lot of experience here in Thailand, more experience than I do. So very valuable resources out there. There's Hillbilly's channel. Thank you, Jeff. Good morning. Got the love. Hello. Hi, Sue. Everyone's saying hello. Hi, AZ and Dave and Sue. Jeff Johnson. Weather check. 61 in San Fran today. Mostly sunny. All right. Oh, good morning, baby.
Good morning.
All right. The Queen of the Castle just woke up, guys. Good morning. Yeah, she's got to go to work. Richard, it's 81 degrees right now. Wow. Thanks, Jeff. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Beautiful. That's how she looks when she first wakes up, guys. You believe that? Lucky man. Go, Jake. Get her, Jake. Get her. Get her, Jake. Get her. Get her. Hello, Sue Rowan. See if I can get caught up with the chat. I know I'm still behind. Got to love Thailand. Thanks for the link, AZ. That's the benefit of having several great moderators. Not everybody has to do all the work, right? Share the heavy lifting, if you know what I mean. Thanks for the links, mods. Really appreciate it. We get a link up there for CJ as well if you haven't already. Time to leave. Golanta. Okay, CJ. You be careful, brother. I know you are, and you will. Hey, what are we barking at? Blackie, what is it? Hey, what is it? Watch him. Uh-oh. Brownie, get in here. Oh, my God. Baby. You better stay inside, Brownie. She's still squeezing. She was out in the road, and there's a whole pack of frickin' soy dogs just came by. Get her in the house. Brownie. I just seen her come squeezing in the gate. She was scared for her life. There was like 10 soy dogs running. A bunch of them. Watch them, Jake. Jake, watch them. Brownie, you better quit going out. She's almost too big, but she's squeezing through this little hole in the gate down here. See, Yin's got some paint buckets and stuff. We can't put anything permanent there because the gate moves, right? Yeah, she just squeezed. She was running for her life, baby. She was running for her life and squeezed through there. Yeah, you think you're tough now that you're in the yard. Idiot. Oh my God. That was a pack of soy dogs there, guys. Wow. Hello, Richard. Yeah, okay, CJ, I know you are staying safe and you know what you're doing, so keep me up to date, brother. Keep me up to date. Yeah, not go, huh? Big dog will eat you, huh? Crazy. All right, let's keep the cam angle where we might get some action. You better stay in the yard. Richard, I hear you only have female guests on your show. Yeah, Richard's got a pretty full schedule of guests coming up, but yeah, Richard, you might want to check out Phala, Thailand. I don't know if you've had him on your channel yet or not, but anyway, Richard's a busy guy. I worked in California for just a few decades. It'll be time to fly soon after the, yeah, calms down. There you go. There's CJ. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Sue. Trying to keep the happy vibe. That's all we can do, right, brother? CJ, I mean, that's all we can do, man. I certainly try to keep that going here on the channel. There's, you know, there's always something positive to focus on, and try not to focus on the negative too much. That's basically all we can do, man. Keep smiling. Thanks, CJ. It's just the next 8 weeks, female bloggers. Maggie's Journey's coming up this week. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jeff, for Richard Travel. Love the show, man. I just gotta learn to stay up past 10. I logged into the stream on 3 devices. I hope that gets you views. YouTube will probably subtract 2 later. Well, thanks for the try, Richard. Come on, insight, 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 insight. Go. Yes, it's 10 p.m. and my bedtime. Right? No clock in the house. Oh, AZ knows how to boost some views too. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, AZ. Whatever it takes, right? The thumbs up help a lot too on the live streams. I know that much. Bill Clark, just back from a quick beer at the VFW. Good morning, Triple T and Dave, and good evening, Richard. Bill, Billy, Sue, Andy, AZ, anybody else I missed? Thanks, Bill. Hey, Bill, we got a great VFW club right here in Ban Chang. Great group of guys. Hey, uh-oh, there goes my wife. Okay, baby, have a good day. I see you later, okay? Okay, guys, live action of Nam Yin headed to the open mic. What do you think about that? Huh? Live action. All right, I'm about to get caught up on the chat. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate your service, Bill. Chris says, Triple T glamorize away. There are some of us that need a larger than live stream. Chris, you know, that's a lot of feedback I get too, you know. People are living virtually. A lot of YouTube viewers out there right now. You know, there's a lot of people that have interest in Thailand, where they've been here before or whatever the case is. Are you okay, babe? What was that? Huh? You okay? Yeah. Something fall down? Oh. Helmet? Oh, okay. Be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, Nam Yin has left the building. So yeah, Chris, I will keep doing it, man. I'm not going to be showing shuttered up businesses. I can guarantee you that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of beautiful stuff I can still focus on here, and that's I consider that my responsibility. You know, like an obligation. Again, not candy coating anything, not misleading anybody, but we gotta. People don't want to tune in to Debbie Downer, right? I mean, who wants? We can get that in multiple locations. So people tune into this channel. I hope they can just you know, kick back and see some Thailand. And when we do these live streams, of course, we try to keep up with the chat. But I do have some updated information on the channel. I think you guys will find it interesting as soon as I get caught up with you here. AZ, subbed up. Thanks, AZ. Appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate it, guys. Bill Clock. Greer Stevens, good morning. Oh, okay. I'll let them back out. I'll let the dogs back out, Greer, now that Nam Yin's gone. It's okay. Don't want to restrict you guys, right? Bajorn, Soy, Kalnoy, good morning from Norway. Cheers to Norway. Thailand in October. All right. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for coming in, Kalnoy, Soy Kalnoy. That was a hell of a pack. I'm almost getting caught up, I think. Oh, Richard Travel, thanks for the link on the dance moves. I think that's a great challenge. I hope all of the vloggers will participate. It's really good, man. We need laughter, right? We need something to laugh at. I can't dance, but it's sure funny to laugh at it. Yeah, smart dog, exactly. We don't have a super chat button on, brother. I'm sorry. I was going to update you on the channel here in just a second. My super chat button is gone too. Okay, Bill Clock. All right. Hang on just a second, guys, and I'll update you on what's going on with the channel. It would be funny if there was a YouTube channel named Debbie Downer. People would probably tune in. You know, people do also like drama, right? Some people tune in to YouTubes that are, you know, drama based, right? I mean, we all like dramatic television shows, right? So to each their own, I say. But yeah, it probably would be a good channel, Richard. All right, Ricky Sam, good morning. Thanks. Lovely morning. All right, guys, let me grab one more cup of coffee, let the dogs out. I'll be right back. I hope you can enjoy the view here. The sun is coming up through the clouds now. I'll be right back, guys, and then we'll talk about the channel and we'll close this one out. Hang on just a second. More coffee. All right. Okay, you can come now, huh? All right. There's the waggy tails. Let's get them back in the shot here. All right, guys. Let's see. Huh? There's Brownie. There's Jake. And there's Blackie. Blackie, you don't have no clothes on, huh? Nam Yin puts clothes on him at night. I'm like, baby, it's so hot, but we do sleep with the air conditioner, and they all sleep in the room with us, not in the bed, but in the room, right? So anyway, yeah, they'll probably be running around down in the yard a little bit too, so give you a little bit of angle on that. All right, so let's talk about the channel real quick, guys. Most of you know I'm old school, born in 1964. Thank you very much. Last of the baby boom. So I'm not really tech savvy. And when I started this channel, I only started it to show my children and grandchildren, you know, some videos from Thailand. Like, I had no intention of, you know, becoming a YouTube vlogger per se. And I really, to be honest with you, didn't start seriously putting out video content on a regular basis until about March of last year. Go figure. We all know what happened then, right? So at that point, and I had been a follower of other YouTube channels here in Thailand. So, you know, I got kind of some inspiration from other people over here doing stuff. And anyway, short story long, I did some networking. I built about 900 subscribers on my own, completely on my own, right, as a new channel. And that took, I don't know, better part of probably 6, 7, 8 months. I started the channel in 2019 when we lived up in Nakhon Nayok. I believe it was 2019, because we moved here in September 2019, and the channel was still pretty small, right? But anyway, I'd gotten up to about 900 subscribers organically, right? Still not eligible for monetization. Then I went and met with a great Aussie over in Hua Hin. His name is Johnny. Johnny did an interview with me on his channel. Johnny's got a nice channel out of Hua Hin. Been vlogging in Thailand for a long time, so I really was grateful that Johnny did that. That increased my sub count. And then I went on down to Prachuap Khirikan and met with a guy named Joe and Giff, Foreigner Joe. So Joe put me on his channel as well. And from that point on, that was July 4th at Joe's. I think I met with Johnny on July 1st. So after July 4th, boom, I was at 1,000 subscribers. I still needed more watch hours, so finally got up to 4,000 watch hours, I think about August of 2020. And that was when I was eligible to monetize. Well, I got, you know, so a little bit of information from another friend of mine, Josh, in La La Land, a Pattaya-based vlogger. And he told me about the AdSense, Google AdSense program on the monetization, and blah, blah, blah. They send you a PIN code. Then after you get the PIN code in the mail, you respond and you get registered with the AdSense program, and they start monetizing your videos and placing ads on your videos. So I did all that back in August 2020. Meek earnings, right? Maybe I think the max I've had is $140 in 1 month, right? That's the maximum amount of ad revenue I've had on the channel. So it's really small, right? So since I monetized in August last year, the channel's been steadily growing, averaging about 100 new subscribers a month. So I didn't have any big takeoff like a rocket ship going from, you know, 1,000 subs to 10,000 subs, or, you know what I mean? Very, very slow progression. Well, what I started to do was some more research. Many of you probably know there's a lot of YouTube channels that are strictly about YouTubing, right? Advising on how to YouTube. So I started doing some research and listening to some people, and one guy said, hey, what some people forget to do after their channel becomes eligible for monetization and they agree to the AdSense program and all, they forget to partner with YouTube. And I'm like, what? Partner with YouTube, right? I'm ignorant. I admit it, right? So, I mean, and then he explained it, and he showed me the monetization screen and all that. And I'm like, did I do that? I wonder if I ever did that. It's like step one. You don't have to do it. You can monetize and agree to have Google AdSense placing ads on your channel. But if you don't partner with YouTube, you're basically getting 100% of the proceeds from the ad, right? Or whatever percentage they give to you, just the Google AdSense, the advertisers themselves, right? So basically I was like an independent contractor on YouTube with the monetized channel, and I had the terms and agreement with the AdSense, Google AdSense. I had never been a YouTube partner, ever. So after watching this video, I go to my monetization settings, and sure enough, I never completed the step of becoming a YouTube partner. Now, when you become a YouTube partner, and most channels know this, they do this all at the same time. They do step 1, step 2, step 3, right? When they become eligible for monetization. But your ignorant host in the tech world didn't do that. So I just recently completed step 1 after finding out how stupid I was for not doing it. So I agreed to all the terms to become a YouTube partner. So now YouTube gets, you know, I think it's like 30% of all the ad revenue. So now YouTube has a reason to begin to promote my videos and actually get me into the algorithms. So basically I was at 3,155 subscribers last night. I got the email from YouTube saying the review was complete. And then I had to go back and turn the money symbol on every video, 600 and something videos total. Yeah, so I did that last night. But anyway, so when I